Hey kids, this is Ivan. How you doing? Well, this is my second try in this video. I tried using YouTube Capture at work, but it was a no-go. It froze. Anyhow, Hammered posted an interesting video recently, and it was about pacing in a narrative-style campaign. And he was soliciting advice. And so I remained silent because I really haven't run a narrative-style campaign, but I had my reactions to the video. I thought I knew what might be going on. Same Old G and Runeslinger posted great response videos, and I agreed with a lot with what they said. So I want to interject like an example from my own life right now because I believe I know what's going on. I mean, Runesinger, the two of them covered it pretty well. And if you haven't watched the video, definitely watch this video. I'll link it. What's going on is Hammered is running campaigns, and they're about 13 sessions long, and they're story, narrative based. And he's got an idea. He's got like it's not scripted, but there's an arc. There's a kind of an outline, I guess, for lack of a better word. He knows where it's going. His players know this is what's going on, and at the same time, the players have written backstories, and they want to have time. I guess you call it spotlight time for their characters to kind of develop and for this stuff to come out and what have you. And he's having a hard time figuring out like where that's going to go. Like it's just not working. It's not gelling. And so to me, this is definitely like a clash of intentions. You've got this story first intention, on the part of the game master, where we're going to have this arc and this is what this game's going to be about. At the same time, you got players that have more of, I guess, a character first intention. And it's going to be about their character development, and they're trying to force a square peg into a round hole, and it's just not working. How do you fix this? I don't think you do. I mean, in terms of trying to mesh those two intentions together. So let me give you an example from my own life that's happening right now. If you watch my channel, you know that I tend to like rules light, or games that maybe are rules medium at the most. And I'm not big into like big giant skill rule systems. But I've agreed to play in a Hackmaster game with some friends of mine, and this is a giant, giant monster. It is kind of a retro clone of first edition Dungeons and Dragons, but with 5 million more rules. And so we were going through character creation and starting the game, and I knew what I was getting into. I went into it with eyes wide open, and just like I presume Hammered's players went into their situation, eyes wide open. They knew what they were getting into. They knew what kind of game it was going to be. I knew what kind of game I was getting into, but I'm finding myself getting a little upset from time to time that it's not going the way that I would like it to, and I'd like a looser framework. But what did I think was going to happen? And so it's a little bit like me booking a vacation on a submarine and then being kind of mad because I don't have a room with a veranda that I can go out on and watch the sunrise. I understand I'm in a submarine. I understand this is the way this game works. But I really wish it was a little more rules light. I really wish that it would be more about my character arc. I would have time to, focus on my backstory. I know darn well I'm in a submarine, but I really just want to go out on the porch in the morning, have a cup of coffee, and watch the sunrise, 200 feet underwater. So I believe that's what's going on. Is a clash of intentions. There's no bad guy. It's just you have to realize, in my opinion, that you have to make some compromise, and you have to play the game that has been presented. You have to kind of stay inside the submarine. So that's my take on that subject. And I know I'm just as guilty as his players are of wanting something that I walked into with eyes wide open, knowing it wasn't going to be.